And welcome back to the TV5 Morning News of this Monday morning. Tracy Marcheron joins us, and you've given me a shish kebab skewer.
Yes, be careful with that now.
Everyone has magazines laying around. I mean,
yes,
I have a pile of a box of them.
If you don't, I have piles and piles of them. So come see me. I'll give you a few free magazines.
Yep. But you can do stuff with them. You don't just have to throw them out.
I saw this project in the Folk Art Museum in New York City, and I thought, how cool. I want to do that at some point. I tried it last night, and it was so easy that even with arthritis in my hands, it was easy to do. So I discovered that you can have a really unique texture on your paper rolls if you tear the paper, but you can also
just cutting it?
Well, I cut some and I tore some, so that's why I say, you know, whatever you want to do. If you want to tear the strip, the thing that's going to decide the width of the or the length of the tube is how big the end of your paper is.
Okay.
So obviously this tube's going to be longer than this tube when you finish. You can do them, cut your strips or tear your strips to a point, and then this will be what the outside edges of the bead color looks like. This will be the center of the bead. So most of these beads started out from paper that looked like this, or actually from an ad that looked like this. Okay. So ignore the fact about the corn and that you don't want corn in your beads or in your tubes. You won't.
Okay.
You won't see them. You won't be able to tell what they were, what the picture was. And so you're going to start by taking the stick, shish kebab skewer, you can use a piece of wire, anything that's small enough to roll a small tube. And then the hardest part is getting that paper to start rolling. So sometimes you have to roll it back and forth a couple times until it catches. And then once it catches, you're going to turn the stick with one hand, roll the paper with the other, and then you just kind of have to guide it with your pointer.
Do you want it tight? Or?
Yeah, you want it as tight as possible, but if it's loose, that won't matter either. Okay. They're all going to be glued on the frame. So just keep rolling it and rolling it till you have just a little tiny tab left. Then you can use a little bit of glue, or you can use Mod Podge to secure the end. And then roll that around on your pointer a couple of spins so that the glue is definitely adhering the end of the tube. Yeah, see, there, put your glue on there. And then roll backwards, and that releases the bead. Oh, okay. So otherwise it'll be too tight on there. After you have a group of these little tubes, and I liked them being varying lengths. However, I noticed some people, when I saw the original project, had them all uniformly cut. So if you were going to do that, you could use a craft knife at the end, cut them all the same length, and then you just begin with tacky glue. I squirt a little tacky glue on the edge of the frame and make sure it's the whole width of the frame. It's best to use a flat frame, flat-topped frame, and then just line them all up, varying lengths, varying colors, and you end up with a really neat finished picture.
Excellent.
Yeah, you can also use the black and white print. That looked really neat. You know, if you just want just the black and white look for the frame.
Excellent.
Yeah,
well, thanks, Tracy.
Easy to do.
And there's a show at the store this weekend?
We have Annie Jr. this weekend. This weekend and next weekend we have over 40 kids in that show, and it's going to be fantastic. They're so talented.
Well, great.